So one of the things I do with these bikes is I try to make them relatively weatherproof. If you're a college student and you leave your bike parked outside the dorm year round, this chain will not rust. So I got my first bike shop job in 2001. I wanted to focus specifically on helping folks who wanted to ride bike for transportation have access to good mechanical services. And so when a friend of mine was volunteering with the refugee program here in Harrisonburg back in the early teens, I started volunteering at doing mechanical work because she needed someone who could help fix up bikes that were donated. It was a great fit for me because my hope was to see more people have access to transportation services by bikes. The program sort of ebbed and flowed over the years. The woman who started it became a lawyer and moved to LA. Then I sort of ran things a little bit, just kind of as I had time. Got a grant recently, and they created a paid position for the job. It was hard to find a person that was a good fit. I was hoping they'd hire someone else so that we'd have another bike mechanic in town. But after a while, I just ended up taking the job. And I really like the job. Now 100% of my work is fixing bikes for people who need to get around. Excited about it. I like getting to know the folks who ride. I enjoy chatting with them. It's everyone from the newest members of our community who have come from other parts of the world to folks who have lived here a long time. And I like the people. I like seeing folks get on bikes. But yes, initially we served only the refugee population in Harrisonburg. Back then, a lot of refugees being resettled, and a lot of them are coming from contexts where they didn't drive, they don't speak the language, they don't have a job yet. So the challenge of accessing car-based transportation is significant. So for many of these refugees, having access to a bike meant they could ride to work. But we've continued to serve the refugee community. Now we've branched out where we're serving folks through 20 agencies and nonprofits that will refer folks into the program. I've decided to focus on the quality of our bike and our package rather than just sheer volume. So riding with people, doing higher quality bikes, including a helmet, a lock, lights, a rear rack to carry things, a floor pump to pump up your tires. These are all things you need if you're going to successfully use a bike as your local transportation. Probably this year, 2025, I'm guessing we'll maybe serve 200 people this year.
What's the best way to help with this?
So donating money, picking up bikes, donating time. I also haven't leveraged this yet, but I'd love to have people who could ride with folks. I need folks who really can lean into that work of taking a ride with someone, showing them how to get somewhere, making sure they feel safe on the bike. We live in an interconnected world, and we live in an interconnected community. We should do unto others as we would have them do unto us. And so when some of the people at the bottom tier of the socioeconomic system in our community are struggling, what does it look like to try to be decent? It's complicated, right? The bicycle is in some ways a band-aid until we have a system that is just more affordable for all of us. The reason we should care about this kind of thing is that we're able to invest in our community to move towards like human flourishing, like so that we can all flourish. So this is fundamentally a question of human flourishing. And it's a small thing, but it's something, you know? So I think why we should care is because human flourishing matters and the ecosystem matters, and this is good for both.
Well said.